Hello friends, welcome back to Cosmopolitan Cornbread. So today I am sharing an Azure Standard haul video. This is my order for the month of January, of course, and you have to forgive the lighting. It is really dark right now. But I wanted to go ahead and get this filmed so I can put everything away. We had a later delivery. Usually we get our deliveries in the mornings, but today it wasn't until like 4 o'clock, and then of course I had to do chores and all that stuff, and it gets dark early. But in any case, today there's a lot of pasta. I was kind of stocking up my pantry on pastas. A while back I got spaghetti and I got lasagna noodles, like big cases of those. So I'm good for those for a really long time. But I was low on some of my other pastas that we use the most often. First, there are egg noodles. Now, I love to use egg noodles when I'm making chicken noodle soup. I also like to use this I have like this hamburger skillet meal that I use egg noodles for. And then of course there's Hungarian goulash, which is one of my all-time favorite recipes. I grew up eating that. My mom used to make it. Well, she probably still makes it, but she used to make it for me and the family, you know. But you serve it over egg noodles. It's a delicious, super easy recipe. Of course, it's on my website. So I got 3 pounds of the egg noodles. I got some orzo, which if you're not familiar with orzo, it is pasta, but it kind of looks like rice. Now, if you put it in soup, it will swell up a good bit, and it'll be bigger, of course, than rice. But if you cook it until it's just al dente, it's still going to be close to the size of rice, but of course it's pasta. The other pasta that I got is my penny pasta back here. I like to use these, of course, for vodka penny pasta or just pizza pasta, all sorts of different things. This is kind of like my go-to shaped pasta. And then along the lines of pasta, I did get some more marinara. I got a 12-pack of it. I'll pull one of them out here for you. So this is the Natural Value Organic, of course, marinara, just marinara. All right, I picked up 2 bags of organic cornstarch because I'm just about completely out of cornstarch. So I went ahead and got 2 bags of that. So they're £1 each, so 2 pounds of cornstarch. I decided to go ahead and get some dried celery, because every so often I'll find myself wanting to make something and I have no celery in the house, and it might be a recipe that really needs some diced celery. So I thought I would just maybe get some dehydrated and just throw it in the pantry, and so I've got a little bit for those instances when I am just completely out of celery and I don't want to have to drive all the way into town from the mountains here to just pick up some celery for a recipe. So I thought we'll give these a try, but I was kind of thinking the pieces would be bigger. They're almost like well, it's not a powder, but truthfully I might be better off doing some of my own in the freeze dryer, I think. So I might need to add that to my list to do. Coffee filters. So I usually get my coffee filters from Azure Standard. These are they're the If You Care brand, and of course there's no toxic additives. They're unbleached and all of that good stuff. So we go through usually 2 filters a day. So I usually buy these about 3 at a time. Let's see. So there's really not a whole lot more. Now, I did put out in the freezer already. I had some frozen turkey breasts that I bought, but they're already out in the freezer, so you'll just have to take my word for that. It's nothing spectacular to look at. It's just turkey breasts. I did buy two things here that are non-food items. I bought some of these storm-proof matches. So these will be good to just kind of have on hand. They're, you know, matches that can withstand wind. They're a little more, you know, heavy duty compared to the typical matches that you would buy at the grocery store or what have you. And then another thing that I got was a jar of this tallow. Let's see, what's the brand? Hearth and Homestead is the brand. And the one I got is a vanilla orange whipped tallow balm. I am a humongous fan of tallow. I use tallow on just about a daily basis. And I didn't realize that they carried tallow at Azure, and so I decided to go ahead and get this. I saw this in the sale list the other day, and so I threw it into my cart, and I will give this a try. All right, and then the last thing that I have here are these two great big boxes, and they're all apples. So the bottom box is 40 pounds of organic Granny Smith apples, and the top box up here is 20 pounds of Gala apples. And I got these for a couple of reasons. For one thing, just about every apple that I find in a grocery store, whether it's organic or not organic, they're coated with stuff. I picked up some apples a couple weeks ago just for Sophie and Amos, our mini donkey and mule, Henny. They were so heavily coated with whatever crap they put on these apples, they wouldn't eat them. They wouldn't eat them. And so I'm like, forget it. I am not buying any more apples from these stores. This is absolutely ridiculous. So, 20 pounds of Gala apples. Some of these will be used for cooking. Some of these will be used for eating. And then 40 pounds of the Granny Smith apples, and these are most certainly for canning. If you missed my last video, March Canning Madness is coming. Now I'm filming this on Monday, but at some point this week there will be a blog post on my website that will explain exactly what March Canning Madness is. It is a canning collaboration of sorts that is open to anyone, but you can get all of the details for that on my website. If it is already published, I'll put a link in the video description down below for that. If not, just check out my website, cosmopolitancornbread.com, and you will see it at some point this week. And of course, I will do another video a little bit later on explaining it fully with all of the details, including the giveaway prizes that will be involved with this event. So, Granny Smith apples, Gala apples, all the pastas, and all the things. So that is it for today, friends. This is my Azure Standard grocery haul for the month of January. If you're not familiar with Azure Standard, I actually just introduced a friend to it this past week again. I have a video where I explain how it works, but it's essentially an online grocery store and everything gets shipped to the drop nearest you. But I will put a link to that video in the description down below or up here in a card if you would like to know more about it. But that is it for today, friends. God bless, and I'll talk to y'all next time.